I'm Ms. Stinson with Fulton County Library System, and today on HobbyWorks we'll be doing a collection program. And today's program will highlight butterflies, which I have done before on another show, but I have a few more pieces I want to show you. And also we'll be showing Jason from Milton, and he'll be showing it's just his great collection of sci-fi memorabilia and fantasy memorabilia. So that's coming up in a little bit. But first I'll show you some of the butterfly items I have. So this is if you watch the show regularly, you remember I made this when I did the popsicle gemstone craft. And so this is, and I had a little picture of a butterfly I put inside there. So that's that. I have this hanging in my office at work. So also a friend of mine made me some origami, got a little bent up, but she made me some very cool origami butterflies. See there? There you go. Saw that one. And there's a few more. I don't want to show you all of them. Maybe I'll show you this purple one. Yeah, so some origami butterflies. Kind of goes with my nail polish there. But yeah, so she made me those last year. Yeah, last year. And I also have this welcome butterfly little pillow. And I showed this before on the show we did before, but just want to show it again. I really like it. It's just got all the butterflies right there in there. And then I showed this before. It is a butterfly bookmark, and it's kind of hologram. If you move it back and forth, hopefully you'll see the wings going back and forth. Okay, but that's really cool. And then it has a little ruler on the back side of it. But then another bookmark is just a nice little purple and blue bookmark, and it has like silver flowers. Hopefully you can see the silver. Okay. And I showed this before. This butterfly tote a colleague of mine gave me from a coworker. So it has all the little butterflies on it. And these are two new pieces I didn't show before. One is this very cute, I think it's this very cute miniature teacup. And as you see, it has butterflies all around it. And one of the most special features, I think, if you look at the handle, it's shaped like a butterfly. Isn't that so cool? I think that's so cool. And as you can see, like I said, shaped like a butterfly there. There you go. And like I said, it's just all around butterfly. Just a really cute little piece, I think. And last but not least is a butterfly pin. You know, pin that you pin on your clothes. So it's a butterfly pin. I don't know how good you can see it. And it's has the little, it's like pink, dark pink, and light pink little jewels on it. But yeah, it's a little butterfly pin. So that's what I have in a few items I have in my butterfly collection. So I also want to mention that March 14th is National Butterfly Day. So that's a day where, you learn more about butterflies, and with spring around the corner, what a perfect way to learn about butterflies and what they contribute to our nature and ecosystem and everything. So I would encourage you to go to our website, fullcoalibrary.org, and put some butterfly books on hold. And also you can go use any of our databases, Hoopla or Libby, and find out some information there about butterflies. And also World Book. World Book is a great find, guys. You should go to our World Book and check out what's there. And they have great articles and pictures and everything there. So I'm not going to be any longer. Just want to say check out those resources, learn more about butterflies. And once again, Sunday, March 14th is National Butterfly Day. And without further ado, I will send it on to Jason. And you guys have a great day. And thank you for watching our show. Bye.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hobbyworks. I'm Jason Blackstock with the Fulton County Library System, and today we're going to be doing what I collect. As part of the We Collect series, when we started discussing the different things I collect, it was decided to actually highlight a bunch of them. I'm a huge science fiction and fantasy nerd, and I tend to collect just like that. As you can see behind me with my Star Wars posters, pictures, and figures. So follow along. I'm going to show you the prides of my collection. So over here we have my Blizzard Entertainment World of Warcraft collection. On the wall we have the Frostmourne, the legendary sword from World of Warcraft. It is a life-size replica, a heavy piece of metal. We have a couple pops and figures mixed in, as well as a number of Comic-Con and convention exclusives, a World of Warcraft diary about the creation of the game itself, and behind it, cups that I picked up at a gas station. They were doing a limited edition cup set with the screen art from the 4 expansions out at the time. On the wall behind it, some artwork from one of my favorite artists, Larry Elmore. I actually have a poster of his that is signed that I got at Dragon Con a few years back. Unfortunately, I don't have the wall space to show it, but it is one of my prized collections. Is my collection of D&D and RPG books. When 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons came out, I fell back into the hobby big. So I have all of the official books, as well as a number of harder to find Kickstarter exclusive third-party books, as well as some I picked up from different stores and convention for my own home games, and for when we had the games in the library, I was able to use a bunch of those. So this is not even all of them. I have a bunch more in another room in the house that are a little more accessible for when I'm running my home games. So over here we see my different pop collectibles. This area right here is primarily Sailor Moon, as you can see, including a couple things that I'm extremely proud to say I own, including the entire Sailor Moon pop collection, including the Toys R Us and Hot Topic exclusives. I was able to track those down. Some easier to find than others, surprisingly and unsurprisingly at the same time. Over here we have my Disney and Belle collection, and then one of the things I'm most proud to say I own is a rose and a bell jar. My wife actually made that for me as part of our wedding, so fits right in with my bell collection over here. So another part of my collection, so to speak, are all the graphic novels I've collected over the years. Most of them are DC Comics related, meaning Batman, Superman, and the like. But I do have some Marvel mixed in there, as well as a bunch of independent, including the Farscape and Darkwing Duck graphic novels. And on the right-hand side right there, you see a couple boxes. Those are the Batman Gotham City Chronicles board games, as well as a couple other board games based on video game and media properties like Discworld and Fallout. I'm super proud to say I have read every single one of these graphic novels multiple times, and huge fan of all of them. So right here you'll see a couple RPGs in the bottom left-hand corner. They're based on media property, including the Tenchi Muyo, Sailor Moon, Farscape, and the Authority RPG books. On the bottom right, my Farscape Serenity books and comic books. Big supporter of that series. Glad it continued in comic book form and novelizations. On the upper left-hand corner, you can see the Walking Dead novels. Loved what they did expanding the world through novels, and I know we have a bunch of those in the library system, so check them out if you get a chance. And then my favorite media property is Babylon 5, and I've tracked down every single novel they've done. Some of them were really hard to find, so glad I was able to grab all of those. The next part of my collection over here is my media tie-in novels. Of course, this isn't all of them, but it is some of my prides. I have the entire Aliens and Predator novelization collection. Love those books a lot. And all they've done to expand the universe. My World of Warcraft novelizations. I don't play the game anymore, but still a huge fan of the lore. So anytime a new book or comic book comes out, I have to grab it just to read what's going on. And a bunch of different random sci-fi fantasy novels that have been done over the years, either expanding or explaining what's going on in those different universes, going from the Alien Nation, Dark Angel, Farscape novels, Sequest, and a bunch of others. Of course, what collection wouldn't be complete with a bunch of board games going from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Star Trek, and the like. I'm a big fan. Right here you see some more of my board game collection, going from a lot of the newer titles, like Mythica, Clank in Space, Mothership, Nemesis, World of Warcraft, Small World, and a couple of my favorite games of all time, Honor Majesty's Service and Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. The big case to the right here is actually a carrying case for miniature games. If you've ever heard of like Warhammer and stuff like that, I may dabble in different games. Of course, that is a carrying case to carry them around in, and I'll show some of those off shortly. All right, off to the left right here, right under my Sailor Moon stuff, are even more board games. Most of them are from a company called Cool Mini or Not, CMON. I used to actually volunteer for them for conventions, and huge fan of a lot of their games. So I've picked them up over the years just to play with my friends and family. And one of the last things I'm going to go through, as I mentioned earlier, are some of my miniature games that I collect and play. So this is a close-up of the top part of the carrying case that I was in my shot earlier, and it's going to open up. On top right here you see little storage containers. They contain my dice and tokens that I might need for any game I'll play. I'm going to take those out. Then I got a little foam topper on top to protect the miniatures, and then underneath the first shots. So I play several different games. Guild Ball, Anima Tactics, and Wrath of Kings are the three that I got into and still enjoy playing when I get a chance and time. Unfortunately, all three are no longer supported by the companies that made them, but I still find them fun and enjoyable. I paint some figures, as you can see from the photos. Not a great painter. I'm considered what is a novice, but I still enjoy it. And yeah, as you see, there's a lot of different figures for a lot of these three games, and that's all that's in this. This bottom container actually is what is called terrain and token pieces, as well as some spare bases if I need them, for messing up the battlefield, so to speak. If I get a chance, I think in one of my future videos, I'm going to talk about a little more in depth about miniature games. But thank you for taking part today, and I'll talk to you in a second. Well, thank you for following along today as I showed off some of the pride of my collection. I hope some of it may have inspired you to show off and talk about the different things you collect. And I hope to see you all again soon. And thanks for joining us today for Hobbyworks and what Jason collects. Have a great one, and I'll see all of you soon.